trusted news source, ABC6 News at noon.
And a good afternoon to you folks. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Casey Kantz. Our top story today, two Fall River men facing charges after a deadly shooting over the weekend, set to appear in court today. Luis Colon and Jose Pagan are charged in connection to the shooting death of 45-year-old Jose Roberto Zelaya. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Tregelis live at Fall River District Court today as we await these arraignments. Yanni, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Casey. Yeah, we're still awaiting those arraignments of those two men, Luis Colon and Jose Pagan, this afternoon. It seems now that there's a little bit of a delay in the courtroom as they wait for a Spanish language interpreter for at least one of those men. Now, these men facing charges in connection to that weekend shooting on just after midnight Sunday, resulting outside of the Riverside Sports Bar here in Fall River. The two men facing charges including assault with a dangerous weapon for Colon and accessory after the fact for Pagan. Again, this shooting happening just shortly after midnight, and the men arrested Monday morning by Fall River police after the police were called to the scene to find 45-year-old Jose Roberto Zelaya on the ground suffering from a gunshot wound. The Bristol County District Attorney's Office said that Zelaya was rushed to St. Anne's Hospital where he was later pronounced dead. And following yesterday's arrest, ABC6, we spoke with one of the people that live in the neighborhood that heard the shots go down.
It went in and out, yeah.
Very, very loud. In the back, there was a man laying on the ground. There was one cop in the back. There was a bunch of civilians. They all left.
And again, these men in court this morning, still awaiting that arraignment. It is important to note that they are not being charged with homicide yet at this time in connection to the shooting. Again, right now, it is a assault and battery with a dangerous weapon for Colon and accessory after the fact for Jose Pagan. And again, they are currently awaiting to be arraigned in court this morning. As soon as we know what that arraignment brings, we will let you know and keep you updated throughout the day here on ABC6. For now, we're live in Fall River. Yanni Tregelis, ABC6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you for that. Switch gears, talk a little bit about the weather. Let's take a live look outside right now on this lunch hour. A beautiful sky, a beautiful day out there across southern New England. Just pretty much picture perfect, Chelsea. One of those just nice fall days out there on this Tuesday. Good afternoon to you.
Hey, Casey. I love seeing all the colors popping from our Providence sky cam. You can really start to see those fall colors happening across the area now. A picture perfect day, like you said it. We're looking at sunshine across the area. Temperatures in the mid-60s range, exactly where they should be for this time of year. A little bit of a breeze from the northwest, but not overly windy out there today. Temps for most of us in the low to mid-60s range. Currently 64 in Providence, 62 in Newport, 64 in New Bedford with quiet conditions on the satellite radar image. You're looking at high pressure and control. Basically everyone in the Northeast is seeing dry, quiet, sunny conditions outside as we head through this afternoon. That's going to continue for tomorrow as well. So in your hour-by-hour forecast, you'll see we'll warm another few degrees into the afternoon, topping out in the mid to upper 60s range. Overnight will be clear, comfortable, cool, down into the 40s, but that's seasonable. And then tomorrow, actually a little bit warmer than today. I'll let you know how long some mild temperatures will be sticking around coming up in just a few minutes. Casey?
All right, Chelsea, thanks. We'll check back in. New today at noon, Seekonk police responding to a minor chemical spill near Cole and Anthony Streets this morning. Because it was near the Martin School there, parents had to change their drop-off routine and bring kids to the softball field on Cole Street. Staff brought the kids from there to the school. Turning to consumer news, and with energy bills set to go up this winter, Governor McKee announcing a new online service today aimed at helping Rhode Islanders cut costs. The website, called energysupport.ri.gov, helps connect Rhode Islanders to payment assistance programs. Governor McKee also announcing today he's adding another $1.5 million towards this funding assistance, which is supposed to help roughly 39,000 low-income households in the state.
We want to simplify this as much as possible. When the weather gets cold and people need help, we want to make sure they have access to that help. I'm directing an additional $1.5 million in funding to provide electric relief for our most vulnerable Rhode Islanders, bringing the total relief we delivered to $5.3 million.
Now, electric bill hikes began October 1st, tacking on an additional $50 a month to your bill. And now natural gas prices also increasing 15%, which would add over $200 to the annual winter heating bills. That increase starts November 1st. Some RIP-the-trips that service Providence schools were canceled this morning. This was the list here on your screen, impacting Central, Classical, Hope, Mount Pleasant, and Alvarez high schools. RIPTA advised students impacted by the cancellations to ride any bus to Kennedy Plaza, and they could then transfer to a bus that would take them to school. Meanwhile, RIPTA looking for drivers right now. They're hosting a job fair Wednesday, hoping to hire. Just like this morning, the authority has been forced to cancel several routes that service schools lately, leaving students scrambling to get to class. RIPTA says it's short about 31 driver positions right now. Starting pay for drivers on fixed routes just under $19 an hour. The fair is noon to 3 tomorrow at RIPTA headquarters on Elmwood Avenue. New Bedford City Councilor Hugh Dunn, charged with DUI, expected in court today. Dunn faces 3 charges total in connection to a car crash in May of 2021, which police say included leaving the scene of property damage and negligent operation of a motor vehicle. Today's hearing will begin the bench trial for Dunn. 3 New Bedford police officers were previously suspended for not properly investigating the case. Will Louise Coleman be sentenced to death or instead get life in prison? The Providence man found guilty back in June in the kidnapping and murder of Massachusetts mother Jessie Correa. Police say Coleman kidnapped Correa from a bar in Boston, sexually assaulted her, and dismembered her. State police in Delaware stopped his car on 95 where they found her body in the trunk. Coleman's hearing is set for 2:30 this afternoon in federal court. An elderly man in the hospital with serious injuries today after he was hit by a car in Taunton. Police say this happened on Oak Street. A 78-year-old man hit by a car around 6 o'clock last night. The unidentified man was taken to a local hospital and is expected to recover from his injuries. According to police, the driver did stop and is cooperating with police. The accident remains under investigation. And police in Gloucester warning parents to keep a close eye on the Halloween candy their children get this year. The warning coming after cops seized more than 200 edibles during a traffic stop Sunday night. And as you can see, the THC edibles are disguised as popular snacks like Rice Krispies, Cocoa Pebbles, and Trix. Police made 1 arrest. And now the latest on the crisis in Ukraine. Russia's military escalation against Ukraine continuing for a second day. Sirens sounding across Ukraine, warning of incoming missile strikes. World leaders collectively condemning President Vladimir Putin and meeting this morning to discuss additional ways to support Ukraine. ABC's Justin Finch following the latest today.
Ukraine's most vulnerable citizens under attack again. Places where ordinary people gather, like this pedestrian bridge, not off limits. At least 10 civilian centers targeted Tuesday in Russia's latest air assault. On Monday, Russian forces launching some 84 missiles and 24 drones during morning rush hour, leaving more than a dozen dead and many more hurt. ABC's Britt Clinton in Kyiv.
I'm still shaking.
You're still shaking.
While I'm
I can
talking
see you're
about
still
it.
shaking.
Yeah, because it's so scary. You know, you can drive to work and boom, and you're gone.
Ukraine's President Zelensky accusing Russian forces of terrorism. This morning, Zelensky joining a virtual meeting with President Biden and other G7 nations to discuss support for Ukraine and holding Putin accountable. The White House vowing continued assistance.
Clearly, after this weekend, air defense capabilities continue to be a significant need for Ukraine.
Russian President Vladimir Putin calling these expanded attacks a response to last weekend's bombing of the Kerch Bridge, the 12-mile strategic roadway linking Russia's mainland to the illegally annexed Crimean Peninsula and a crucial supply line for Russian troops. Britain's top spy says Russia's recent attacks reveal Putin's desperation, adding that Russian military commanders are running short on weapons and supplies. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And still to come today on ABC6 News at noon, Prime Day Part 2, the deals Amazon is offering today and why money experts say retailers will struggle to find the usual customer base this holiday, plus fears of a railroad strike renewed, why the deal between striking workers and companies may not be as ironclad as once thought. Back with more consumer news now. Black Friday may be more than a month away, but sales are already starting. Target, Walmart, and Amazon rolling out holiday deals this week. Most retailers are inundated with too much inventory this year as inflation squeezes shoppers. Morgan Stanley saying profits will drop as companies try to cut prices faster than their competitors. Prime Day typically only happens once a year in June, so this is a bonus sale for those hoping to save. And if you're looking for a good deal leading up to the holidays, you may just be in luck. Retailers expected to increase their discounts to try and get more people to spend money. The biggest discounts expected in electronics and toys. Experts think you'll find the best discounts right around Thanksgiving with Black Friday and, of course, Cyber Monday. The chance of a nationwide railway strike just went up. On Monday, maintenance union members voting against a proposed 5-year contract, and if there's no deal by November 19th, the workers could go on strike. The rejected contract was reached after marathon negotiations last month, including direct intervention by President Biden. The White House is trying to avoid a freight railway strike, which would add extra pressure on already strained supply chains. Much more still to come today at noon, including Chelsea coming back with a look at your full 7-day forecast. Stay with us. Welcome back. Caught on camera, a dramatic rescue in the waters off Louisiana. 3 people shipwrecked and fighting off sharks while waiting for the Coast Guard. What a story. A Coast Guard helicopter flying overhead hoisted 3 fishermen to safety after they spent 28 hours stranded in the water there. It's happened about 25 miles off the Louisiana coast Saturday morning when the men set out for a fishing trip and then their boat sank. One of the men says he swam for 5 miles to get help, somehow keeping his phone with him, finally getting a signal.
That's when the shark bit the life vest in front of me, pushed him in the face, and then he wouldn't leave. So I took my 2 thumbs and jabbed him in the eyes, and he took off.
Unbelievable. By the time they were rescued Sunday night, all 3 had hypothermia and 2 had shark bites. All 3 were transported to a nearby hospital.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
That's a crazy story. My goodness. Actual survival story there with the sharks attacking them. Here in southern New England, not too much to worry about. Today, you're looking at really pretty conditions with sunshine. And again, a lot of those fall colors are really starting to pop across the area. We're certainly seeing patchy colors right now. I wouldn't say that we're at peak just yet, but within a week or 2 weeks, we will be in the peak viewing conditions of all of the great colors that we get in the fall. Within 3 to 4 weeks, we do start to go past peak, and that's when we, of course, see all those leaves coming down. We do have some rain and some wind in our forecast later this week, which will likely bring down some premature leaves, and that may lead to some ponding on the roadways. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's enjoy the sunshine we have today. Temperatures right now are sitting in the low to mid 60s range, seasonable for this time of year, especially with the sunshine. We'll gain another few degrees into the afternoon hours, topping out right in that mid to upper 60s range, which again is exactly seasonable. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 40s. That's how we started today, and that's where we'll stay overnight. So we're looking at some pretty typical October temperatures. There's a light breeze coming in from the northwest, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's not overly gusty, a really pleasant afternoon. Most of the Northeast is seeing dry, quiet weather. A big high pressure system in control leaves us with perfect sunshine outside for the remainder of today. We'll stay clear overnight, and we'll see sunshine for most of the day tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, some clouds start to roll in ahead of an approaching cold front. So let's go through things hour by hour here, because you're seeing the clear conditions outside right now. You're seeing sunshine for the rest of the day. Great sunset happening, clear, cool overnight, and perfectly sunny through the day tomorrow. By tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening, you may start to notice some clouds streaming into the area. We wake up on Thursday morning to mostly cloudy conditions. We should be dry through the morning hours. By lunchtime, shortly after lunchtime, this cold front is going to get closer, and you're going to start to see rain moving into the area. We're going to jump ahead to an extended forecast that goes out a little bit farther than the typical 48 hours we look at. This is lunchtime on Thursday. You're starting to see scattered showers moving in. You're starting to see the breeze picking up. During your evening commute, we may start to get into some steadier showers, but it's more so overnight. This just stopped at 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Some heavy downpours there and breezy conditions. We'll continue to see rain through your Friday morning commute. It'll take a little while for it to clear out, especially for areas farthest to the east. We'll get back to full sunshine on Saturday. It'll be a little bit cooler. The concern that I have with the heavy rain and the wind is that the drains may get clogged. We're going to bring down a lot of leaves because of the gusty winds. Figure gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour overnight Thursday into Friday. So you're going to want to make sure that if you are heading out early in the morning on Friday and for your morning commute, you want to get those drains cleared away. There'll be less standing water, less ponding on the roadways, and all of that rainfall can drain away. There's some models that give us a ½ inch to an inch, some closer to 2 inches. So we're looking at the potential for some heavy rain. It's never a bad idea to be prepared. Mid 60s today, sunshine, nice day. Mainly clear overnight, temps in the upper 40s, little patchy fog possible, and then tomorrow, a really beautiful day. Sunshine, warmer conditions. I should top out in the low 70s range. 7-day forecast shows temperatures in the 60s today, low 70s for Wednesday, and then we hover around 70 degrees both Thursday and Friday. Again, that's going to come with that late rain, breezy conditions that continues into early Friday. I would say by late Friday afternoon and for your Friday evening plans, we're drying out, we're clearing out, and we'll stay sunny for the weekend. Casey?
Yeah, loving those temps, Chelsea. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you're looking to try your luck at the lotto, the next Mega Millions drawing will take place tonight. The jackpot has now reached $445 million, or a $226 million cash payout. If a winner is drawn tonight, this would be the 12th largest jackpot in the game's 20-year history. The last jackpot won on July 29th. You might remember, nearly $1.4 billion. Still to come today at noon, it is Tuesday, which means it's time for our latest installment of Pick of the Litter. And we're going to check back in with Chelsea, who introduces us to Oreo today. That's coming up next.
Pick of the Litter, brought to you by Moriarty's Invisible Fence.
Welcome back. It's Tuesday. That, of course, means it's time for Pick of the Litter. And we have a puppy here with us today. You guys have brought Oreo, and he's got that puppy energy.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Oreo is a 6-month-old lab hound mix.
Okay.
He does have a lot of puppy energy. He's really young, so he could go to pretty much any home, other pets, children, like 8+.
Okay. Just a little jumpy. We don't want him knocking over any toddlers.
Yes.
But he does have a lot of that puppy energy.
Right.
So what type of home, in terms of that aspect of things, do you think would be good? Somebody that will take the time with him?
Yeah, somebody who has the patience to really like work on like basic training with him, you know, maybe like enroll in puppy classes or something. I think that he would just thrive in that environment.
Sure, just spending some time here. It seems like he's trying to get some of his concepts down. He sat a couple of times. He's getting there, so he certainly has a lot to learn and is willing to learn. He's such a cute boy. We just think that he just has some of that energy. So even an active home too, I'm sure, to get some of that energy out. So
For sure.
He said eventually he relaxes a little bit.
Yes, after a good walk, he chills out.
Okay, all right. So since he is so young, not many stipulations. He'd be good with other pets and, like you said, some slightly older kids to grow up together with. He's so cute though. So if you're interested in Oreo, you can contact the RSPCA. It's 401-438-8150 or rspca.com. Thanks, guys.
Well, new merch alert for ranch fans. Yeah, check out this wallpaper, courtesy of dressing brand Hidden Valley. You can see the brand's bright colors with bottles of ranch and slices of slathered pizza. And it's not just wallpaper, there's also bedding, placemats, notebooks, shower curtains, even a sofa. Clearly, Hidden Valley doesn't think you should hide your love of ranch. I think that's pretty clear. This design trend is called maximalism. Basically, more is more. The way ranch dressing should be, Chels.
I'm not a ranch fan.
You're not a ranch fan at all? So I was going to ask you about ranch on pizza because that's controversial. I won't even ask you.
Nope. But I know people are obsessed with ranch. Are you one of them?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like the homemade ranch. Like I go to restaurants and I like base my taste buds off of their ranch.
The only ranch that I eat is the Doritos.
Oh, those are good. Cooler Ranch. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Makes sense, but
so what do you put on your salad? Italian?
Yeah, Italian, a little bit
That's
of
good.
rat,
It's all
something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
A good day to maybe have some lunch outside today, Case.
Yeah.
We are looking at sunshine. Tomorrow looks mainly sunny too. Temperatures around 70 degrees. 70 on Thursday as well. Expect increasing clouds with rain and breezy conditions overnight into Friday morning, clearing out for the upcoming weekend. Casey?
All right, Chels, thanks for that. Thank you, folks, for joining us today for ABC6 News at noon. The news continues first at 4. And for news and weather anytime, check us out at abc6.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.